Keith West from Puckett is back with us, sharing something that customers just can't get enough of. All right, we're going to make today some barbecue bacon jam. Not just bacon jam, but barbecue bacon jam here that you can use with a host of things. And whenever bacon's in the kitchen, that's just always good. That's a great start.
Yeah, bacon jam is just, it's become a rave the last several years. And we've done a little bit different too. We put a little bit of barbecue sauce in it, our spicy barbecue sauce. It's got a little kick to it and just adds another little element to it. But,
okay, all right. So you'll start it off, and what kind of bacon are you using?
Some applewood bacon right here, Leo. The applewood, you know, the fruity wood goes real well with pork. And what we want to do, we've got about a pound of that. We're just going to rough chop it, render it down a little bit. It's got its own fat to it, so you don't have to add any canola oil or grease or anything. Okay.
Now, to me, this one has a little bit more fat than I might normally buy or see in the grocery store. Is that necessary?
You can get a little leaner if you like, because we're only going to render some of the fat to make the jam itself, and then of course the bacon. So we'll actually pull off once it gets crispy some of the fat and reserve that for, you can use it rather on cooking. You can throw it out, which is kind of a sin, but you don't want to do that. But anyway, you can go thinner with it, but we don't mind the fat in this too.
Okay. All right.
So once we've got that rendered down, we've got it in our pot here with about 1 tablespoon of the fat that we reserved. All right, if you want to start dumping in, we've got 1 yellow onion that we've kind of just chopped. Okay. You can do it as thin as you want or anything, and we've got about some brown sugar, lightly packed brown sugar. All right, this is pretty well just a dump recipe from this part, and then we've got some apple cider vinegar right there.
Okay.
A little bit of a maple syrup.
All right, so I got the maple syrup that we'll put into this. Okay.
And then this is some of our spicy barbecue sauce that we make here at the restaurant. So, got that. And then once Leland gets that in, we've got a couple tablespoons of minced garlic we're going to add. Right there. And then just a pinch of the pepper. All right. Then once we got this in, we're going to bring it to a boil. And we're going to crank up the heat a little bit, bring it to a boil, let it go for about 20-30 minutes on the boil, about 10 minutes on the boil, and then we're going to reduce the heat back down to low and let this work. And it's going to come down to a candy, kind of a jam consistency. Okay. All right. And then once we're at that point, we'll take a small food processor and we can lightly pulse that, and it creates that nice jam consistency you want. And then you can keep it out at room temperature because the fat will congeal. So you're safe at putting that in a canning jar or anything like that, and out at room temperature. We've got some right here that shows the final product if we can. So it's going to kind of cook down to that consistency right there. And then on our board, you see we've used it on biscuits. We've got a little bit of a toasted point with goat cheese and some of the bacon jam on that. And of course, just a burger. It's grilling out season. We're grilling out burgers. You guys could definitely throw that on there. And
I see this. You actually just get a biscuit, and that's the only thing you're going to put on the biscuit.
Exactly.
All right, so that's cool, and got a lot of cool stuff going on right now. As a matter of fact, tell me about down at the Ryman.
Down at the Ryman tonight, we've got Picking on the Plaza. It's a traditional Thursday nights. We got a couple more Thursdays lined up. We'll have our food trolley out there, Miss Charlie Parton, out there serving food to the guys. There's some great bluegrass music going on. Okay, it's going to be a great night. I think some good weather for it and all that kind of stuff. So,
all right, and also as far as this isn't something that's on the recipe, but it's on the catering.
We do a lot on our catering. You guys can log on to www.puckettsgrocery.com and check out our catering. We do everything from weddings to small events to office parties. You let us take care of all the cooking. You just entertain folks.
I like that idea.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know we do that, but we do it out of all our restaurants. We do a lot of catering from time to time.
All right, so there again, the final product. This is recipe number 5211. You'll find Keith over at the Puckett Restaurant and Grocery on Church Street in downtown Nashville. Again, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Lou.